I want to take a moment, too, to welcome our listeners on our simulcast partner for this game. Once again, we did this for the Pinkerton Bedford football championship back in November, but we are welcoming WLGV 95.1, WLGV LP in Londonderry and Derry. They are picking up the simulcast of this broadcast, so we welcome all those listeners. Don't forget, this game is being carried live on BCTV 23, so if you happen to be anywhere in Derry or anywhere in the world and you want to catch the video of this game, just go to bedfordtelevision.com and click on the link for the Channel 23 stream, and you'll be able to watch that as well. The Astros are huddling up at the bench. Another thing worth bringing up here was the unusual thing that happened for warm-ups. Only about a third of the team was on the ice. The starters, or the captains, most of them were on the bench. About two-thirds of the team was on the bench, and they did not have a warm-up here. And we're just kind of wondering,
not quite sure,
what involved there. Maybe we'll find out after the game. So we'll find out what the deal is. Opening face-off here in the game: Druin versus Sylvain. Face-off is picked up by the Astros. They kick it into the zone. Druin kicks it up to last. He gets hit along the board. Sylvain fires it along the board. And Wozlak fires it up, held in by Pinkerton, though. And that's won by Vadia. He tries to clear the zone and does. Looks like we're going to have an icing here. And actually, the officials wave that icing off. So now Pinkerton coming the other way. Feed up to Druin. He tries to center it, but it's intercepted by Sylvain of Bedford. And the Bulldogs flip it back into the Astros end. And we get a change from the Bedford players. Up the ice, there's Last. He can't control it. Puck is now controlled by Parker Joyce. Tries to feed it up to Marabli, but too far. Goes behind the net. Scott Cavan for the Astros. Up the board now. And into the neutral zone. Pat Last chases the puck behind the Bedford goal. He gets run into the boards by Parker Joyce, but maintains control. Now a pass down low. And still with the puck, the Astros have it. Up to the point, Jack Norman, his shot, score!
A little tip.
A high shot that beats Guimont. And you said it was deflected?
It was deflected, it looked like it.
So just like that, 13:36 of the first period, we get our first goal. And we'll get the scoring credit here through the PA system in just a moment, but the Astros up now 1-0, 13:36 in the first. And then off the face-off, Arhat Vadia. Pass up to Wozlak, goes off his stick, fired back into the Bedford end. And now we get an offsides on the play when number 22, Pat Last, brought it over the blue line.
I think it's worth noting right now that Bedford's only substituted one man right now in the first couple minutes here, Harry.
So they're going with the same. They have. Is it again going back to the
first six guys that were on the ice? That's what they're going with right now.
That's very strange. And even during the player introductions, they kept most of the team on the bench.
Yes.
So that's very unusual here. We'll try to find out what brought that on. Puck is in the corner. Comes up the board. Pat Last has it. He's fighting for control along the board. Parker Joyce is in there. A bit of a scrum in the corner, waiting for the puck to come loose. Still being fought over. Looks like Last has it. Now it kicks out to Ethan Burgess for Pinkerton. He loses it. Still along the board. Finally cleared out of the zone by Marabli. And Aiden Price goes back for it. Another change there for Bedford. Sylvain's back on the ice now. Now Arhat Vadia. Over to his brother, Campbell Vadia, fires it into the Pinkerton end. Aiden Price comes up with it for the Astros, and he kicks it up now to Joe Mara. Here's Sean Tewksbury chasing it into the Bedford end. Arhat Vadia runs into him. Now Sylvain with a check on Livingston in the corner. Up to the point, Gennaro Mara now with it. Gets away from one defender. Fires a wrister. Saved by Guimont. Puck goes behind the net. He's driven into the board. Puck comes loose, and now Tewksbury has it again, gets it up to the point to Gennaro Mara, fires a wrister from the point, kicked away by Guimont, up the board, and Campbell-Vadia fires it into the neutral zone. Fired back into the Bedford end where Parker Joyce has it. He sends a long lead pass for Campbell-Vadia too far, and we get an icing.
Needless to say, Harry, these guys have got to be tired right now.
Well, so you got to wonder if it's some kind of disciplinary move by Coach Myers, keeping his players on the bench.
I would think that would be it. Would just want to know what happened.
And it's curious that he would do something like this against a top opponent here like Pinkerton. Off the faceoff, Scott Cavan. His shot is blocked from the point. He goes behind the net in the Bedford end. Vadia had a control of it momentarily, and now chips out to Cam Wozlak. He goes up the board. His centering pass goes to Mirabli. He fires it into the corner. Now we get another change. You're right, Tom. Just only the players that were out for the opening warm-up are the ones that are being played here. In the neutral zone. Mirabli tries to come up with it, and he does. And now number 20 for the Astros, Mason Druin. Feed pass and score right there from Brendan Banks to Mason Druin. Now it's 2-0 the Astros at the 10:52 mark here in the first. So we had a 2-on-1 there with Druin feeding it over to Brendan Banks, and then the give and go back to Druin. Chipped it in and beat goaltender Shea Guimont. So just like that, the Astros are up 2-0 here with 10:52 to play in the first.
Wish I could tell you the kind of game plan that Bedford has right now, but there really is no game plan right now.
And we have a timeout.
And how long do you go like this, Harry, you know?
First period, who knows? Coach Myers, I believe, called the timeout here. And the players have all kind of bonded together here, and I think we're finally getting a change. The new set of players coming out now. Quinn Hutchins is out there, along with Jake San Clemente. So maybe the penalty phase is over here.
I think so. I think he saw enough. He made his point, in other words.
Parker Roberto out. Off the face-off, Roberto with the puck. Tries to send it up to Sylvain too far. Bedford has to get back onside. And then the shot fired by a Pinkerton player is deflected off of San Clemente's stick and into the Astros bench. And we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 10:41 to play here. Astros up 2-0 after what appeared to be a disciplinary move by Coach Marty Myers, keeping his players on the bench, only playing about 7 players for the first 5 minutes of the game, and causing the Astros to jump out to the lead here. But now we're working with a full Bedford squad, and we'll see if that changes the complexion of the game. Jonathan Giroux behind the net. He gets hit. Puck goes to the point. Can't be held in by Normand, but he fires it back into the Bedford end anyway. Quinn Hutchins now behind the net. Long feed pass up the middle for Roberto. That's broken up by the Astros. And we get an offsides call as the Astros players were into the zone too early. You
know, Harry, over the years, you can never question Marty's tactics to motivate his players.
No, not with his record. You have to kind of believe he knew what he was doing there by keeping his players on the bench. Maybe he was sending them a message. Love to know what precipitated that, but you know, it's one of those things we may never find out. He may keep it inside. Now here's a breakaway for the Astros. Number 5. Joe Mara had a chance, and Guimont, tall in the zone, makes the save. Now from the point, that shot is blocked, and here comes Bedford the other way. Owen Roberto chips it into the Astros end. Mara behind the net. The Astros pick up the loose puck, and Banks has it now, but he loses it. Bedford with a chance. The long shot kicked away there by number 35. That's Dakota Robinson, the senior goaltender for the Astros, in net for the Pinkerton squad. Now Gennaro Mara carrying the puck out of the zone, loses it momentarily, and now here comes Quinlan Kerr the other way. He got a chance. High shot. Dakota Robinson makes the save, kicks it into the corner, and we're going to get a high sticking call, but it's a high, touching the puck with a high stick, not a penalty here. So we're going to get a whistle here with 9:17 to play, and the Astros up 2-0.
We've been very impressed with this young line of Brett Nyland, the freshman, Owen Roberto. A lot of speed on that line, a lot of stick handling.
Bedford wins the faceoff, but the puck is worked out of the end, and now here comes John Last racing in for the free puck, but Bedford beats him to it. Pass into the neutral zone is too far. Parker Joyce picks it up and fires it back into the Astros end. They have to chase back for it behind the net. Brendan Banks tries to get it up to John Last, can't do it. Now turnover, here comes Mason Druin into the Bedford end, kind of a 1-on-3 situation. Centers the puck, but Bedford's there to break it up. John Giroux. Now up to Alex Lobdell. He gets ridden off the puck there, and a big collision behind the net between number 26, William Scott, and a Pinkerton player. Now here we come the other way. Jack Norman with it, goes behind the Bedford net, trying to center it, misses his man. But Devonville now for Bedford chips it into the Astros end. Gennaro Mara behind the net picks up the loose puck and brings it the other way out of the zone. He's being checked there by Mirabli. He's able to slow him up. Now the loose puck chips over to Campbell Vadia. He takes a long shot from the faceoff circle. That goes wide. Quinn Hutchins can't keep the puck in. Goes back into the Bedford end where Arhat Vadia fires it in. Referee says the puck was touched, so no icing there. Gennaro Mara. Long lead pass over to Ethan Burgess. He can't control it in the Bedford end. Quinn Hutchins rides him out, fires the puck up the board, and goes out of the zone. Now Jack Norman chips it back into the Bedford end. Quinn Hutchins now being watched. Backhands the puck all the way up to Parker Roberto. He couldn't quite handle the puck. Missed an opportunity there to get clean in on the net, but now they're going to say it's an offsides on Bedford. Hutchins didn't control. Parker Roberto didn't control that long lead pass.
Controls that. They have a 2-on-1.
Yeah, so a great opportunity there for the Bulldogs by the wayside.
They're just a little out of sorts, Harry.
Well, they haven't had a warm-up. So yeah, I think they're still finding their legs here, but at least the level of play is evened off considerably. Now here's a chance in front of the net. Parker Roberto has it, backhands it behind the net, where Jack Norman chips it up to Joe Mara. His lead pass is intercepted by Tim Spencer. Now here comes Sylvain the other way, ridden into the board by Aiden Price. San Clemente with it behind the Astros net. He's being checked. He's in the corner, 2 Astros on him now. Now the scrum in the corner. Puck comes loose, and Joe Mara has it for the Astros. He's being harassed there by Parker Roberto. Finally loses the puck, knocks it into the neutral zone, and Roberto with it. He gets hit by Joe Mara. Puck is back in the Astros end now. 6:23 to go here in the first period, 2-0. Pinkerton in the lead. Now behind the net, trying to come up with the loose puck. Brett Nyland levels a check there against Mara. Now the puck comes to the point. High shot off the glove of Robinson. That was a shot by Brian Greer. We're going to get a whistle in the Astros end.
The puck's rolling, bouncing. Bedford's having a little bit of difficulty in staying put. Fundamentals right now are not really being followed, and that's what Bedford practices when they do practice. It's all about drills and about making the passes.
Off the faceoff, Brett Nyland had it momentarily, but the Astros are able to clear the zone. Now fired back into the Astros end, but it was number 27, Quinlan Kerr in the Astros end, so that causes an offsides. We'll get a whistle here at 5:58 to play. And now the officials wave off that icing of that offsides, and they're going to have the whistle or the face-off at center ice. Off that face-off, Parker Joyce chips it into the neutral zone. And Nyland tries to come up with the puck, and he does. Feeds it over to number 27, Quinlan Kerr. He can't get a shot away. Now behind the net goes Jake Rosenall. Held in there by Parker Joyce. His backhand attempt, though, goes into the netting behind the net. We get a whistle.
Right now, what I'm noticing, Harry, is that Pinkerton's beating us to the puck. In the corners, they're throwing us off the puck. They're a little bit more physical right now. I think Bedford needs to concentrate on getting away from that and using their speed.
The Astros definitely showing some of that speed now in this first period, using it to their advantage, getting ahead 2-0 on the scoreboard. Now here's a long lead pass up to Pat Last. He loses it momentarily. Hunter Druin with it, takes a sharp angle shot that's kicked into the corner by Guimont. Now Quinn Hutchins sends it up the board, and here comes Bedford the other way. Pass up to Alex Lobdell. He lets it go behind the net. Cam Wozlak chasing after it, fighting for it with Gennaro Mara. Scott tries to get it in front of the net, but can't. Puck goes behind the net. Rosenall again for the Astros. Tries to feed it up. Vadia breaks that up. Now at the point, Bedford trying to hold it in. It gets knocked out. Quinn Hutchins in the neutral zone to Lobdell. He backhands it into the Astros end. We're getting a change here for the Astros. I'm sorry, for the Bulldogs. Here comes Pat Last with it. Fires it deep into the Bedford end. The Astros make that change now. Quinn Hutchins along the board, feeds it up. Too far from Mirabli. Puck goes all the way to the Robinson, who kicks it into the corner. Now Campbell Vadia behind the net. He's checked, loses the puck. Chip up the board now to Joe Mara. Bedford's there to break it up and send it right back into the Astros end. Jack Norman being checked by Campbell Vadia, still with the puck. Sends it across ice to Jake Masterson. But Bedford takes it away in the neutral zone, fires it back in. 3:55 to go here in the first period. 2-0, Bedford's up. Puck is along the board, get to the point now. Brian Greer, long shot through a screen. That's deflected off of Vadia, goes wide. Puck goes off the board, but held in now by the Bulldogs. De Bonville backhands it down to Vadia, down low in the corner. He's trying to come up with the puck. Looks like he does. Chips it away to San Clemente. We're going to get a call here, a delayed call on the Astros. There's a shot, and Livingston for the Astros picks up control, and that brings a whistle, and looks like we're going to have a power play for the Bulldogs. Number 21, Jack Norman, goes to the box. I'm going to assume, is that a tripping call? Did you get a look at that penalty?
I think it might be roughing.
The officials are talking about it now. I wonder if they're discussing whether it should be a minor or a 5-minute major. That could be a big decision here early in the game with 3:24 to play and the Astros leading by 2.
Campbell is coming off, a little shaken up. Looks like he's okay though.
So we'll see what the officials, call here. They're still talking it over at center ice, and the captains are there.
They want to make sure they get the call right.
Gennaro Mara and Parker Roberto waiting for the official call, and here it comes. The official goes to the scorers table, and then we'll see what the amount of penalty time gets put on the scoreboard here. I didn't see a penalty call. It's going to be a 5-minute major here, so this is huge. This is a power play. The 5-minute major doesn't end with a goal scored. So here's an opportunity for the Bulldogs to make up some ground here, down 2-0. So a 5-minute major for roughing here on the Astros. Puck set down low to Parker Roberto. It goes too far. Goes to Owen Roberto, his brother, up high. He sends it back into the corner to Parker. Sylvain along the board feeds it to Parker Roberto, but now here's a turnover. And Patrick Last is trying to get around his man. Gets a shot on goal. Guimont didn't see the puck, but he made the save. And now Bedford's got to reset here. 2:49 to play here in the first. 5-minute power play for the Bulldogs. Pass misses everybody, intercepted by the Astros and sent back down into the zone. Now Pat Last, showing some of that speed, chases it down. But 22, John Giroux, gets it instead. Here comes Parker Roberto over the blue line, trying to set up the power play box. He turns in the face-off circle, tries to center it to Sylvain, or to Parker Joyce, couldn't quite get to it. And now Sylvain gets control of the puck. Here he comes in all alone, fires shot, and a save by Robertson. And everybody just falls down in front of the crease, and we're going to get a whistle here as Dakota Robinson finally gets his glove on the loose puck, and we get a whistle. Great opportunity there for Sylvain coming in all alone. He beat two Astros defenders to the net and gets a shot on goal, but Robinson was there, didn't bite on the fake, and followed him across the screen, across the crease. 2:11 left in the first period, 3:45 in the major penalty to Normand. Puck is held in by Bedford, but fired back in anyway by the Astros. Guimont has to set the puck up there for number 5, Tim Spencer. And the Bulldogs come the other way. A long lead pass to Lobdell's intercepted, but taken right back by Quinn Hutchins, and he fires it into the Astros end. They fire it up the board. Spencer couldn't hold the puck in. Gets it over to Hutchins. Hutchins waits for his men to get off onside, fires it in, but it's intercepted by Cole Popkin, who takes it and fires it back into the Bedford end. 1:33 to go here in the first period. Really only one scoring chance so far for the Bulldogs with this 5-minute power play. Brett Nyland with it. Gets it across to Hutchins, who's over at the far board. He's being checked. Gets away from one man. Long shot. Saved by Robinson. Another rebound. Oh, just missed there by Lobdell. Puck is fed back up the point. Lobdell back to Hutchins. He's being checked by Druin and finally causes a turnover. Druin, he takes a hit, but the puck goes up to Banks. Banks, oh, a beautiful save there, all alone. Banks came in on Guimont. Guimont got the glove on it.
What a great save.
That was a game saver.
Great save. Bedford's a little careless with the puck right now, Harry. I just think that they're just out of sorts right now. They're not passing very well. Their position's not very well. That's what we need to improve.
But you have to give some credit to the Astros. They're playing a very aggressive defense here, using that speed to really harass the Bulldog puck handlers. Now coming out of the zone is Owen Roberto to his brother Parker. Takes it over the blue line. Bedford still with the man advantage. Roberto pulls away. Sylvain leaves it there for Giroux. Back to Sylvain in the face-off circle. He's cruising through the slot. Sylvain feeds it to Roberto, but it just goes right through his skates. And Roberto tries to feed it back to Giroux, but he misses him too. So the puck goes all the way back into the Bedford end. Guimont has to play it. 23 seconds to go in the first period. Here comes Giroux. Gets it up to Parker Joyce all alone at the blue line. Tries to get behind two men, and we get pulled down. Do we have another penalty? Shot, a delay call. I think we're going to have another penalty. Yes, a tripping call. On number 11, I think Brendan Banks is going to go into the box. So with 10 seconds to go here, and 1 minute and 46 left in the first 5-minute major, the Bulldogs are going to have a 2-man advantage.
Let's see if we can take advantage of this.
Correction on the penalty. It was Ethan Livingston who got called for tripping Parker Joyce. So now with 10.1 seconds to go, 2-man advantage, and the puck splits the defense and leaves the offensive zone. So 5 seconds to go here. Joyce tries to get around his man. We're going to get an offsides. That was a really sloppy play right there. I don't understand what was going on there with Owen Roberto crossing the blue line before the puck came. So 1 second to go. 2-man advantage so far, not really playing into much of an advantage for the Bulldogs. Puck is dropped, we get the buzzer. Long shot, wouldn't have counted anyway, and we end one. A very unusual period here, Tom, when it looks like by choice Coach Myers kind of tied two hands behind one back.
It affected them, Harry.
And played only 7 players in the first couple of minutes of the game, at least to the point where they fell behind 2-0.
It's hard against a team like Pinkerton to be at any disadvantage, or any good team to be at any disadvantage. So we're never going to find out until after the game what happened. But I think Bedford needs to concentrate on getting the puck out of the zone. They need to concentrate on being in the right place, though Pinkerton has caused them to be out of sorts. Pinkerton has had great forecheckings. Pinkerton has a good amount of speed, good stick handlers. They have big hockey players. They've been physical.
I think that's a good call. I mean, the Astros speed, they're probably the fastest team that the Bulldogs have had to face. And you're right, the Bulldogs have not had the usual synchronicity.
You're right.
The sync between players on lines. Part of that could be the fact that Coach Myers is juggling the lines. Part of it could be the fact that the teams didn't get a full warm-up today. The puck is dropped, and here comes Parker Roberto. He tries to chase the puck down the zone, but it's held in there. All the way across to Giroux. Back to Giroux at the point, down low to Roberto. Roberto, Parker Joyce at the other point. Giroux, down low to Roberto. Centering pass is broken up there, but Sylvain comes up with it for Bedford. He's got the puck, takes a wrister, that goes wide. Goes all the way back to the point to Joyce. He gets it down low to Owen Roberto. Parker Roberto, now to Giroux at the point. Back down low to Owen, and his shot, his very short angle shot goes wide. At the point now is Joyce. That's deflected by Sylvain. Saved by Robinson. Another chance from the point. 44 seconds left in this two-man advantage. Owen Roberto fires it wide. Puck goes along the board. He's trying to fight for it, and the puck goes into the netting, and we'll get a whistle here with 33 seconds to go in the two-man advantage, 47 seconds left in the one-man advantage.
I think Bedford just needs to keep moving the puck, and you know the old saying, Harry, shoot the puck.
So Sylvain on the face-off. He wins it, gets it to Owen Roberto, gets it back to Parker Joyce, back to Owen Roberto at the face-off circle. Centering pass to Sylvain, now to Parker Roberto. His shot is saved by Robinson. Puck behind the net. Parker Roberto to Owen Roberto, back to Parker, to the point to Giroux. Giroux shot scores! Looks like it might have been deflected there by Sylvain. Very timely goal before the other power play ended. So it's a 2-1 game now. The shot from the point from Jonathan Giroux, I'm betting that it was deflected by Jack Sylvain on the way to the net. That beat Dakota Robinson on the way to the goal. So good start for the second period for the Bulldogs, who still have a two-man advantage. Don't forget that penalty with 11 seconds to go on Normand was a major, so that goal does not bring them out of the box. And now the officials are not sure what's going on here. You know, the funny thing is I don't see Ethan Livingston in the penalty box. Did he leave the box? Yeah, that's what it is. Nope.
So he's got to be in the box.
So where is? Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
This I don't understand. Why do the Astros have 4 players on the ice when the two-man penalty is still on? This is very unusual.
I don't have an answer.
The Bulldogs still have a power play here. They backhanded into the Astros zone, then fired right back out. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Here comes number 7, John Last, with a 2-on-1. Fires a shot, saved by Guimont. Got his glove on it. Beautiful save there. Tim Spencer picks it up for Bedford. Long lead pass now to Lobdell. He's coming in all alone. Backhand just over the Astros net. He gets knocked down. No penalty call there. Now both teams at even strength here. Pat Last tries to pick up the puck, but he can't. Now it's turned over in the Astros end. Jake San Clemente's shot saved by Robinson. Still held in by the Bulldogs. Finally flipped out. Quinn Hutchins chases it down, being watched by 2 Astros. He fires it up the board. Too far for any Bulldogs players. Chipped right back into the Bedford end. Tim Spencer tries to feed Parker Roberto, just jumps over his stick, and instead we're going to get an icing. I thought Roberto had touched that puck, but they're going to say he didn't. So I'm not sure what happened on that power play, because it was the first power play would not have been called off.
Correct.
But they did allow Livingston to leave the penalty box.
The second penalty.
So that was a little unusual there. I'm not sure if the officials called that the right way, but still we've got a game here, 2-1. Astros in the lead. The Bulldogs scoring on that two-man advantage. Now here comes Sylvain from the face-off circle. Rister is saved by Robinson. Puck is along the board, held in there. And now the Astros pick it right back up. Tewksbury behind the net. Turns the puck over to Parker Roberto. His centering pass misses everybody. Fired back down low. Sylvain tries to chase back down for it. And number 19, Aiden Price for the Astros, tries to take it out of the zone. Can't quite do it, but his teammate does. Flips the puck up the board. Now here's Joe Mara. He gets ridden off the puck by Campbell Vadia, or Arhat Vadia. I'm sorry, no correction, that's Parker Joyce. Centering pass, misses everybody. Held in momentarily by the Astros. Still held in there. Jack Norman's shot, that's a save by Guimont. Fired back behind the net. Misses a check right there, a Bulldog check. But Giroux comes up with the puck anyway along the board. Gets it up to Parker Roberto and Jack Sylvain. Tried to stay on side, and they do. Sylvain's long shot off the pad of Robinson. Just missed a tip-in chance there by Owen Roberto. Now coming the other way, the Astros, they fire a shot. Sean Tewksbury, his shot gets knocked into the corner in the Bedford end. Now here's Cam Waslak feeding it up to Quinlan Kerr. Kerr now 2-on-2, looking for a man. He fires a shot, rebound, scores! Will Scott!
That was a beautiful play. Goalie gave up a rebound. He was right there, great position.
I was going to say that was a poorly handled puck there by Robinson. The shot that came to him bounced off his pad, and Will Scott was Johnny on the spot to kick it into the open net, or tap it in, I should say. Kicking not allowed, of course. And that, just like that, we're tied up. At 10:39, a goal by Will Scott ties it up here for the Bulldogs. Puck is fired back into the Bedford end where Brian Greer chases it. Astros hold it in momentarily, but then finally brought back out. Now here's Campbell Vadia. He has a chance, but he gets ridden off by Gennaro Mara. Brendan Banks with it. He's got some speed and takes off 2-on-2. Gets around one Bedford player. Oh, a big collision there. De Bonville tried to lay a hit on him, and De Bonville kind of goes after him a little bit. Kind of missed that hit. That's why it looked like De Bonville got the worst of it. Now here in the slot, there's a shot there by number 11 Banks. It goes over the net. And now Mirabli backhands it into the Astros end where Scott Cavan chases it down. Mirabli's able to get control of the puck behind the net to San Clemente. And a shot there by Sylvain. A big save by Robinson. Great opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Puck is fired back into the Astros end. San Clemente's chasing it down. Mara gets there first for the Astros. Sends it across to John Last. And he sends it into the neutral zone, where Arhat Vadia fires it back into the Astros end. Gennaro Mara all the way up now to Pat Last. He fires it into the Bedford end. Arhat Vadia chases it back down for Bedford. Sends it up the ice, too far for his teammates. Gennaro Mara picks it up in the neutral zone and sends it back into the Bedford end. Collision behind the net, comes out along the board, and Sylvain has it for Bedford. He fires it across to Arhat Vadia, trying to get an open lane to get the puck out of the zone. He does. San Clemente chips it over to Sylvain. He's got Parker Roberto with him. Tries to center it, but the defense was there to knock it apart. Now another attempt by San Clemente is chipped and misses the Astros net. Along the board, puck goes now out into the neutral zone. Hutchins tips it in. Now Sylvain with the puck at the face-off circle, gets around one man, loses the puck in the face-off circle, tries to clear the zone. Still in the Bedford end, held in there by Scott. And a shot by Parker Roberto is gloved by Dakota Robinson. So we have a timeout here at 8:25 to go in the second period, all tied up at 2.
The Sylvain line brought a lot of energy the past couple minutes. It's worth noting right now, Harry, that Bedford's playing 4 lines. And Pinkerton is playing 2, mainly 2, in the third.
So off the face-off, puck is fed up to Brendan Banks. He's got a lane, gets out into the open lane all alone, and he just loses the puck right in front of the Bedford net. And here comes Bedford the other way. Quinlan Kerr chasing it all the way into the corner. Banks chips it out of their own end. Oh, and the tripping call coming up here on Bedford. Number 22, Giroux, really wasn't an intentional play. He was kind of going for the puck, but he caught number 20's skate, Mason Druin. on the way down, and looks to Mason like he might have hurt him a little bit, going gingerly back to the bench. But now the Astros will have a power play opportunity here with 8:01 to play in the second period.
Bedford doing a lot better job of controlling the puck, controlling the flow of the game right now, Harry. Unfortunate with that penalty.
So number 13, Hunter Druin, takes the face-off for the Astros. They win it and control the puck with the man advantage. Druin down low. Connor Trask's shot goes wide. Trask has the puck along the board. He gets checked. Still has it in the corner. Pat Last behind the net, still controlling it, trying to find a centering lane. Still controlling it. Fires it down low, and instead Brian Greer gets it for Bedford, but he loses it. Now Jannar Amar at the point. Fires a shot, that gets deflected over the net. Last controlling it. Along the board. Down low. Burgess. Finally, number 29 for Bedford, Brian Greer, gets it and fires it out of the zone. Back in the Astros end. Here comes Jack Normand. And a shot by number 17, Ethan Burgess, scores. Beats Shea Guimont from the face-off circle. Power play goal there for the Astros. They take the lead back 3-2. So it looked like a defensive breakdown there, giving Ethan Livingston a clear lane to fire a shot there on the Bedford goalkeeper. It was a quick wrister too that beat Guimont on the glove side. So the Bulldogs find themselves down once more. Puck is in the Astros end. Centering pass misses everybody, goes into the neutral zone. Quinn Hutchins has to chase it down, but he's got Brendan Banks harassing him in the corner. Hutchins finally comes up with it, gets it up the board to Owen Roberto. He's having a little trouble controlling it as well. The puck finally skirts out into the neutral zone and chipped back into the Bedford end where Hutchins has it once more. Hutchins off the board. Pass jumps over Owen Roberto's stick. The Astros take over once again. Aiden Price off the board to Mason Druin. Back into the Astros end momentarily. Now Banks has it along the red line, chasing the puck down. He's being checked. Brett Nyland had a chance to bring it into the Astros end. He loses it, but Tim Spencer gets it back. Puck is taken away in the corner. Now there's a scrum for possession up to the point. And we get a whistle here. A little bit of a scrum in the corner. We're going to find out what's going on here. The Astros player complaining that his stick was knocked out of his hand. Do we get an offsetting penalty here?
They're calling interference, or I think it might be both of them going off.
So Tim Spencer goes off, as does Jack Normand. Jack's already had a extended stay in the penalty box earlier with that 5-minute major. Now he's in there for, I don't know, some kind of retaliation penalty, I'm going to assume, against Tim Spencer, because Spencer did knock the stick out of his hand. So the face-off will be in the Astros end, to the left of goaltender Dakota Robinson. Sylvain, we got the top line out there with Sylvain, Owen Roberto, or Parker Roberto, I should say, as well as Jake San Clemente on offense. Jonathan Giroux and Parker Joyce on the defense. Off the face-off, Bedford controls it. Long shot there by Giroux, misses the net. Backhanded into the corner. Sylvain tries to keep control, and he does. Cross ice over to Giroux. Giroux fires a shot that's deflected by Roberto, but it goes wide. Now back down behind the net, Roberto trying to get away from his man. Back down low to Roberto. Astros try to clear, they can't. Roberto takes the puck away. San Clemente centering pass there to Roberto, who got a shot away even though he had Scott Cavan all over him. We get a whistle.
We did very good. That's a great line. They were passing, weaving. It's like a pick and roll in basketball.
Yeah, and Parker is just displaying a lot of strength there, being able to move around with the puck with players all over him. Scott Cavan there trying his best to control the puck and control where Parker Roberto could move, and he couldn't quite do it. Now off the face-off, Bedford has it along the board. Lobdell And Wozlak along the far board trying to come up with possession. Lobdell has it momentarily, then loses it. Now up to the board to Brett Hutchins. His shot is deflected, it goes high. Arhat Vedia down low to Lobdell. And then William Scott tries to come up with it. Instead, the Astros, they can't quite clear it out. Now here's Lobdell in the face-off circle. He loses it. And finally out of the Astros end comes the puck. Back going into the Astros end here. Scott tries to backhand the centering pass. That gets broken up. Long lead pass is deflected and heading behind the Bedford goal where Quinn Hutchins is going to chase it down. He's got Joe Mara on top of him though. Does have enough strength to get the puck out of the zone. However, it's fired right back in. Arhat Vedia chases it along the board. De Bonville, he tries to get it up. He can't. Arhat Vedia has it. There's a pass up to his brother, Campbell. Campbell can't control it, but now Quinn Hutchins has it. Campbell Vedia, he takes a huge hit. Hutchins takes over the loose puck, tries to get past his defender, can't quite do it. In the corner. Centering pass is deflected, goes right to Robinson. Now Quinn Hutchins along the board, looking for a lane to pass, can't quite do it, fires it wide. Held in there by Bedford. Looks like it might have went out of play, and it does. So the Bulldogs have to clear the zone. And we're going to getting another penalty call here on Bedford. Pat Last was tripped there by number 10, Campbell Vedia. So just like that, one Bedford player comes out of the box and one goes in.
It happened so quick. It just lost control of the puck and man going by him. It just wasn't intentional.
No, neither of these penalties have been, but you got to call them because players are taken down. So another tripping call there on Campbell Vedia. Astros with a power play opportunity. They scored on their last one. They lead 3-2 here with 3:38 to play in the second period. Behind the goals, Gennaro Mara gets it up now to Mason Druin. Mara takes a shot from the face-off circle. That gets blocked. He loses the puck momentarily, but Banks has it behind the net. John Last fighting for control with Giroux. Finally chips out over to Parker Joyce, and they've got a clean lane to get the puck out of the end. They do. They fire it down deep. 3:07 to play here in the second period. Astros up 3-2. Gennaro Mara, the long lead pass too far for Druin. Bedford fires it right back into their end. And now they regroup. The Astros coming back with John Last. Fires it into the Bedford end. They're going to call this an offsides, a delayed offsides. So the Astros have to leave the zone, and Bedford decides to kill a little time here, taking their time clearing the net. Long lead pass over to Sylvain, but he couldn't get away from the defender. He just decides to take it down low behind the net. He gets a hit, but maintains control. Now he fires it all the way back into the Bedford end. Guimond's going to tee the puck up there for Parker Joyce. His long pass off the board goes to Sylvain, but it bounces over his stick. Now the Astros take control once again. Ethan Burgess to Gennaro Mara. His pass is deflected, but they come up with it behind the net. This is Patrick Last to Mara. Down low to Druin. Mara has it again. Cross ice pass to Normand. His shot saved by Guimond. Loses it momentarily, then finally gets his glove back on it. With 16 seconds to go in the penalty, 1:57 to play in the second period. We get a whistle.
Bedford's done a great job in killing this penalty. Their speed has allowed them to do that.
So we get another face-off here with Ethan Burgess meeting Quinlan Kerr. Astros look like they control it momentarily, but instead it gets held in there by the Astros. Passing attempt is blocked. Backhand attempt down low. Giroux tries to get it out. Can't quite do it, but now finally, nope. Last holds it in. So we're back to even strength now with 1:38 to play. Finally, a long lead pass to Nyland goes too far. We're going to get a whistle here and icing on Bedford. So 1:33 to play here. Astros unable to cash in on that power play like they did on the last one. But it's 3-2 with Pinkerton in the lead. Bedford scoring 2 in this period, both on the power play. Off the face-off in the Bedford end. Sylvain sends it up to Parker Roberto, tries to get by his man, by Aiden Price. He gets driven behind the net. Now goes to the point to Hutchins. Roberto at the face-off circle to Sylvain. That bounces off of his stick. And the Astros come the other way. John Last with it, tries to get by Hutchins, can't quite do it. But the puck rolls into the corner and then fired up the board. Arhat Vedia comes up with it. Long pass, he hits Owen Roberto. Then off of his skate goes behind the net. So close call there for the Astros, with Roberto missing a chance on scoring. Now we get another whistle here. We're going to have a slashing call, and that's going to go on the Astros, is that?
It is. It is on the Astros.
So now we're going to have a power play chance for the Bulldogs. I didn't quite see that when it happened. Did you happen to see what?
Jack Norman slashed. He's going into the box again.
That's 3 penalties. The 9 minutes of penalty time for Jack Norman. He's getting to be real familiar with that box. So now with 49.7 to play here in the second period, the Bulldogs are up a man off the face-off, held in by the Bulldogs. Down low to Parker Roberto, centering pass, but nobody was home. And now here comes the Astros the other way. Gennaro Mara, he's got a potential 2-on-1 here. Mara, he fans on the shot. Puck just goes behind the net. Giroux controls it, gets it up to Owen Roberto. Across ice to Sylvain, back to Giroux. In the neutral zone now to Parker Roberto. He brings it into the Astros end. Rister is blocked there by Mara, and Mara's able to clear the zone with 12 seconds to play. This might be the end of the period here. Owen Roberto tries to get the puck away. Once again, Pat Last showing his speed, chasing down the loose puck behind the net. We get the buzzer, and that ends the second period. What I was going to say is that even on these clearing shots, the Astros send in one of their speedsters to forecheck. And it gives the player something to think about. He can't just chip the puck away. He's got to make a solid pass to avoid getting the puck turned over.
There we go.
At Sullivan Arena for third period action between the Astros and Bulldogs. Astros up 3-2. And let's do a quick update of the scoring. How we got to this point. After the Astros got up 2-0 in the first period, we had a pair of goals, both power plays by the Bulldogs. Giroux to Sylvain in the second, and then it was Will Scott.
Will Scott
on the tip-in at 10:39. And then on another power play, Ethan Burgess at the 7:03 mark, he put the Astros back up by 1. So, Tom, you're saying that it looks to you like the Astros are really focusing on just 2 lines while the Bulldogs are playing 4 lines.
That they have probably 2 of the best lines in the state. We're playing predominantly 3. He's mixed in the 4th line here and there. I think right now they need to focus on wearing the Astros down.
And the thing that jumps out at me is the team speed, or at least the speed of the 2 lines that we're watching. I mean, guys like Pat Last really just seem to have jets on their skates. And even during when they're killing a penalty and they clear the zone, they're not just happy clearing the puck. They send Last in to harass the player. Now we're off the face-off. Bulldogs still on the power play. No, I'm sorry. Actually, it is the Bulldogs on the power play. The puck is shot into the Bedford end. Giroux chases it down. He's being harassed again, like I mentioned before. Astros always sending a forechecker in. It's Pat Last. Cross-ice pass for Parker Roberto off his stake. Now Gennaro Mara takes over, and he fires it. He meant to get it off the board, but instead he fires it right back into his team's bench, and we'll get a whistle in the Astros end. 45 seconds to go here on the penalty to Jack Norman, and that's his 9th minute in the box. He's had a 5-minute major and 2 minors. Off the face-off, the puck misses everybody and goes right into the Bedford end. And Owen Roberto chases it back down. Pat Last once again on the forecheck. Now here's Owen Roberto up to his brother Parker over the blue line, 2-on-2. Still with the puck. Takes it behind the net, being harassed by Gennaro Mara. Now Parker Joyce with it, takes it up to the point to Jonathan Giroux. Giroux to Sylvain, takes a wrister, that's off a stick and goes wide. Into the corner, Pat Last trying to come up with it. So is Parker Joyce. Up to the point, gets it across to Giroux, held in by Bedford. Down low to Parker Roberto. Sylvain, cross ice pass, shot by Owen Roberto, and a save by Robinson, point blank. Puck still held in, fired the shot by Giroux. That gets blocked. Parker Roberto at the face-off circle. Down low to brother Owen. Owen back to Parker. Centering pass, misses his man, and finally coming up with the puck is number 17, Ethan Burgess. He just fires it right into the Bedford end. Teams are at even strength right now. Now here's John Last. Runs into a Bedford player. Parker Roberto, or Parker Joyce, I should say, gets it up to Quinlan Kerr. We can't control the puck. It dribbles into the corner behind the Astros end. Now here's a backhand try by Brett Nyland. And the Astros come back the other way. Mason Druin, centering pass, broken up there by Nyland. Brendan Banks in the corner for the Astros. He's checked by Tim Spencer. Still in the corner. Brian Greer has to chase it down and gets it up to Quinlan Kerr. Fired right back into the Bedford end, but Astros are offside, so they have to tag up. Now here's Jake San Clemente, backhands the puck into the Astros end, goes behind the net. John Last, he backhands it, but Bedford's able to chase it down. Nyland keeps it in, but his cross ice pass misses everybody. And here comes the Astros the other way. Last misses the lead pass, and it goes for an icing there, and the puck will come all the way back into the Astros end. So we got a little bit of information. I don't know if you want to talk about it. The reason for the disciplinary action earlier in the game. We received word that certain players were late to the game. So
be on time.
Coach Myers sending the message. He's willing to give up a few goals to make his point. Kept most of the players on the bench. Now the question to me is who was being punished, the players on the bench or the players on the ice?
I think the players on the ice were being punished. That's just my assessment.
So in the Bedford end, puck comes down low to Trask. He takes a hit, turns the puck over, pass up ice, and here comes Scott. He gets tripped, barely. He kind of loses his footing, but the officials don't blow the whistle. Along the board, the Astros come back. Here comes Pat Last. Gets around one man, trying to come in close, gets the shot away, but Guimont keeps the pad down, is able to stop that. Now Aiden Price keeps the puck in, but now Alex Lobdell comes away with it for Bedford. Through the face-off circle, he gets checked by Gennaro Mara. Held in by Wozlak by Bedford. Back down low to Lobdell. He centers it to Wozlak. He can't get a shot away, and now Gennaro Mara fires it up the board to Joe Mara, his brother. Jake Masterson down low. He tries to center the puck.
Just called interference on
Quinn
us.
Hutchins breaks it up, but you're saying that Bedford's going to get a call?
Yeah, it was a questionable call in my opinion, but the ref thought it was enough of an impediment because he didn't play the puck.
So it's going to be Quinn Hutchins, number 40, going to the box, and the Astros get the power play with 11:09 to play here, up 3-2. Face-off is going to be to the left of Shea Guimont. Number 20, Mason Druin on the face-off. Puck is loose, and looked like Druin had a chance, but he couldn't get enough on the pass. The puck goes behind the net. Finally chipped out of the Bedford end. Almost a breakaway there for Parker Roberto. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. Sylvain forechecks, and Druin goes behind the net. Jake Normand turns it over to Parker Roberto. His shot is blocked by Gennaro Mara, though. Now Norman drops it back to Druin. The Astros trying to reset here on the power play. Druin gets away from one man, takes it over the red line, now into Bedford zone. Long shot off of Guimont. Clearing pass is ineffective, held in there by the Astros. Finally turned over by Mara. Another turnover and chipped out of the end into the neutral zone. Roberto's chasing that puck down. Now it goes into the neutral zone. Here comes Brendan Banks for the Astros. Gets around one man, but the puck goes behind the net and then chipped up into the stands. We get a whistle here with 54 seconds to play in the power play. The penalty on Brett Hutchins Astros up a man here with 10:03 to play in the game.
Bulldogs are playing better. It's a good penalty kill right now.
On the face-off in the neutral zone, it's Jake San Clemente against Hunter Druin. Bedford wins the face-off, and Giroux fires a long lead pass, but too far there for Quinn Hutchins, or for Vadia, I should say, number 10. 41 seconds to go in the Bedford penalty. And Pat Last has it now for the Astros along the board. He gets around Parker Joyce, but takes it behind the net. Joyce still following him. There's a centering pass broken up by Bedford. Last comes up with it. He's at the point. Now up to the point is Aiden Price. His shot is knocked away. Still in the corner. Giroux for Bedford chases it down, and he tips it off the board into the neutral zone. Now here's an opportunity for Jake San Clemente. He's coming in all alone. Tries to get around one man. Oh, a beautiful save there by Robinson. Got a pad on it as San Clemente went to his backhand there on that breakaway. Teams are back to even strength here with 9 minutes to play. Long lead pass now to Burgess, goes off his skate. Brian Greer for Bedford chases it down. Held in there momentarily by the Astros, but Greer gets the puck back and he backhands it into the Astros end. They're going to call that an icing, and the puck will come all the way back into the Bedford end.
Johnny Giroux and Parker Joyce are playing a lot of minutes.
You're going to see a lot more, I think, being down 1. They're going to give all they got to try to tie this game up. So Druin on the face-off for the Astros, and a shot from the point by Normand is covered up by Guimont. We get another whistle to his left. 8:45 to play here in regulation. 3-2 is the score. Astros are up. Off the face-off, number 11 Banks picks it up for the Astros. He tried to feed it to number 20 to Druin, but he fanned on the shot, and the puck goes out into the end. Now here comes the Bulldogs coming the other way. Sylvain had a chance, but he gets ridden off the puck. Still loose along the board. Norman now controls it. Scott Cavan for the Astros off the board. Held in momentarily by Bedford. And what's the call here?
I'm not sure if you can call a hand pass to yourself, can you?
I would think that you're allowed to grab the puck and put it down, but we don't understand. It might be called a hand pass to oneself because the face-off is coming all the way back into the Astros end to the right of Robinson. There's a face-off, and Norman picks up the loose puck. He was being watched by Parker Roberto. Fired into the neutral zone. That chips away and goes into the crowd. We get a whistle in the neutral zone. Don't forget that the Bulldogs have another tough contest coming up on Wednesday. They'll be traveling up to Concord, take on the Crimson Tide of Concord High School. Now the face-off. Sean Tewksbury loses the puck now to number 9, Lucas de Bonville. He's in the corner. Up to the point to Arhad Vadia. His shot is intercepted there by the Astros. Here comes Gennaro Mara back into the Bedford end. He chips the puck into the space behind the net. Brett Hutchins lays a lick on an Astros player. And Vadia trying to come up with the puck. He's being harassed, and he finally turns it over. Joe Mara's shot, oh, almost went in the net. That got saved by Cole Hutchins. That was a huge play there. Now in the slot, another shot goes behind, or goes over the net. Joe Mara with the puck now. Now Hutchins clears the puck out of the zone. That's held in by the Astros. Good job keeping the offensive rush going on here. Hutchins into the corner. He drives his man, Mara, into the corner. Mara still with the puck, tries to center it. Gets the puck up to 19, Aiden Price. Now back to Mara in the corner. Puck is still loose behind the net. Jake Masterson had it momentarily. Hutchins has it along the board. Masterson fighting for it. Now Mara at the point. Finally chipped away by Hutchins. And here comes Campbell Vadia being checked by Mara. He peels away. Centering pass goes up to Parker Joyce. That shot is blocked. Oh, and Campbell Vadia had a chance on that puck, but he was racing for the bench. Could have had an offensive opportunity there. Now Brett Nyland behind the Bedford net. He gets away from one check. Fires the puck up the board to Quinlan Kerr. Kerr to Owen Roberto. Pass is blocked. Nyland has it again for Bedford. Tries to go behind the Astros net. Still with the puck. In the face-off circle, wheeling around. Get the puck down low to Kerr. Kerr has a chance. Fires a shot. Oh, right at the doorstep. Didn't quite go in. What an opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Now 2-on-1 the other way. Ethan Burgess loses the puck.
Great play by Johnny Giroux.
Boy, we're seeing some close calls on both ends here. Now behind the net, Giroux gets the puck up the board. That's intercepted by an Astros player. Can't quite control it. Giroux gets it up to Brett Nyland, and Nyland gets it to Owen Roberto. Here comes the Bulldogs the other way. Long shot, and the glove save there by Robinson. We get a whistle finally. 5:42. Wow, the opportunity's going both ways. Scoring opportunity there, just missed going over the line there for the Bulldogs. And then a few minutes earlier, you had Quid Hutchins pulling.
Great awareness. Great awareness.
Shea Guimon's baking out of the fire there. The puck was just dribbling toward the goal line, but Hutchins was sharp enough to get his stick on and pull it out. So off the face-off, along the board, puck goes out of the Bedford end, or out of the Astros end. Now turnover there. Lobdell has it. Backhand there by number 26, Scott. That gets blocked by an Astros player. Now the puck goes into the other end. Wozlak chasing it down there with Brendan Banks. Held in by Bedford. Shot is intercepted and then taken over by the Astros. Druin didn't see the lead pass. Now the puck goes back into the Astros end. Lobdell's forechecking. Held in there by Greer. There's a shot there by Lobdell. That's a save by Robinson. Puck dribbles out of the end where Scott fires it back in. Now we're getting a change from the Bulldogs. Top line coming right back out. Long lead pass up to number 15, Masterson. It's broken up by the Bulldogs. Brian Greer with the puck. Gets it up to Sylvain. He's being checked by two Astros, but he gets the puck up to Jake San Clemente along the board. San Clemente behind the net, wheeling around, looking for a chance to drop it off to a teammate. Puck bounces up to Sylvain in the corner. Sylvain tries to get away from his man, but Roberto takes the puck over. There's a centering pass, misses everybody. Astros pick it up and send it the other way. Joe Mara, 1-on-2, brings it into the Bedford end. He takes a huge lick there. Parker Joyce drives him into the board. Now Giroux with the puck. Long lead pass now to Roberto. He's got an opportunity here. Backhand drive, great save by Robinson. Got the blocker glove on the backhand by Roberto. Game stays 3-2 here. Now Roberto in the corner, centering pass, that's chipped away by Sylvain into the corner. Masterson with the puck, gets it to his teammate, Joe Mara. But Parker Roberto holds it in momentarily. Then the puck is backhanded out of the ice surface by Jake Masterson into the Astros bench, so we get a whistle there in Astros territory.
I think you're going to see Bedford take a little bit more of a chance here with the long pass, keeping the guy down towards the blue line. I think we have to do that right now.
I mean, that was an incredible save by Robinson, just not biting on any fakes and having the presence of mind, getting his blocker on that backhand. So the face-off is won by the Astros. Pat Last backhands it, held in there by Bedford. Fired back down low to Normand. Normand's got Brett Nyland all over him. He gets away from him. Normand fires a shot, but Arhad Vadia intercepts, fires it back down low. Normand's going to have to play the puck again. Scott Cavan now for the Astros fires it off the glass, and this is going to be an icing. Goes all the way into the Bedford end. 3:12 to play. Dogs find themselves down by a goal. No scoring in this period so far.
I like that line. I like the line of Brett Nyland, Owen Roberto. Bring a lot of energy. They're young, they're fast.
No lack of scoring opportunities here in this game, in this period, I should say, but so far both goaltenders have been up to the task. On the faceoff, the puck goes behind the Astros end. San Clemente chases it into the far corner. Gennaro Mara checks him. Finally chips it up to Sylvain. Sylvain takes a screenshot. That's a save. Up to the point now to Parker Joyce. Parker Joyce down to Roberto. To Sylvain in front of the net. Now Mara picks up the loose puck and sends Banks along the way. He tries to feed it up to Druin too far. Parker Joyce now behind the Bedford net. Druin with the puck to Banks. He tries to center it. Can't quite do it. Takes his wheels around, takes a shot, and Guimont makes the save. We get a whistle at 2:34 to play. So another change now. We get the line of Will Scott, Cam Waslak, and Alex Lobdell out there. And Brian Greer on defense, along with Tim Spencer. Greer fires it behind the net, comes all the way out in the neutral zone where Gennaro Mara has to play it. Aiden Price tries to chip it up, can't quite do it. Bedford takes over. A lot of traffic in the neutral zone here. Tim Spencer tries to get it up to his partner there. And now here comes Lobdell for Bedford. Takes a weak shot. He had a man all over him. Bedford tries to center it. Lobdell with the puck, gets it to the point. Spencer, puck across to Greer. Greer takes a shot. That's blocked by Last. Last is driven into the board, no call. Lobdell behind the net, tries to get it up the board. Spencer barely keeps it in. Now back down low to Lobdell, tries to get away from his check along the board, leaves it there for Waslak. Waslak has to go behind the net, play the puck. That squirts out. Spencer comes up to keep it in the zone. He does. Lobdell now at the point, takes a long shot. That goes wide. 1:32 to play here in the game. 3-2 Astros. Finally a check, quick, we had the Bedford players tried to make a line change. Now we had a hand pass call here, so we're going to get a whistle. And the face-off all the way back down to the Bedford end. We're going to see, I'm sure we're going to see Shea Guimont leave his net here with 1:25 to play if Bedford can come up with control. So off the face-off there. Puck is loose momentarily. And Pat Last had it for the Astros, leaves it down low for Ethan Burgess, tries to center it. San Clemente comes up for it for Bedford, and he fires it out of the zone, but not far enough for Guimont to leave the net. Back into the neutral zone. Giroux fires it back in. No sign of Guimont making the net. 1 minute to go in the game. Long lead pass intercepted there momentarily by the Bulldogs. And now Giroux has it for... He tries to feed it over to Roberto. Now Guimont leaves the net. Parker Roberto in the corner. 6-on-5 now for the Bulldogs. Roberto up the board now to Sylvain. Sylvain cruising the crease. Now he fires it down low to Roberto. Roberto to Quinlan Kerr. Tries to find a centering opportunity. Can't quite do it. Held in there by the Bulldogs. Giroux takes a sharp angle shot. That goes wide. Parker Joyce holds it in. Centering pass now to Giroux. Giroux tried to center it again. Oh, and that's knocked away by Drouin. Still in the, finally, this is going to be an offsides. The puck left the zone. All the Bedford players have to reset, and they do. They come right back in. Along the board, fighting for control. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Great opportunity there. Goes by the wayside. The Astros hold on for a 3-2 win. And the winning goal, courtesy of Ethan Burgess at 7:03 in the second period. So they had a lot of scoring opportunities here in the third. None of them cashed in. And you got to go back to the opening period. You know, Coach Myers decided to enforce some discipline on his players who were late and made his team play shorthanded for about 5 minutes. Those 2 goals were scored in that period. So he might have given up a win here just to make a point. Yeah,
you can't allow a team like Pinkerton any advantage whatsoever. So we allowed them an advantage for about 6 minutes of the first period, Harry. Though, I mean, we did recover. So Pinkerton played well today. They moved the puck well. Their speed was excellent. They pushed us off the puck. We just came up short today.
And let's do a quick scoring recap here. In the first period, at the 13:26 mark, or 13:36 mark, it was
Hunter Druin to Normand.
That was the goal there by Normand, and then the second goal
at 10:52, Banks to Druin again, and then we had Druin to Banks.
So that gave the Astros a 2-0 lead after one. Then in the second period, the 2-man advantage there for the Bulldogs. with Normand in the penalty box, and I believe it was Livingston in there for tripping. You had Sylvain scoring on a pass from Giroux that made it 2-1, and then Will Scott a tip in from I'm not sure from who, but that was at the 10:39 mark, and just like that, the Bulldogs tied it up. But then at 7:03, Ethan Burgess, all alone in the faceoff circle, fired a wrister that beat Guimont on the glove side, and that made it 3-2. A couple of close calls in the third period, but no goals scored. And there's your final, 3-2 Astros win. And again, great game. So thanks for everybody for tuning in on WLGV-LP in Londonderry and Derry. Thanks for the simulcast. BCTV, our crew here is Bill Jennings on camera, and we've got Colleen Richardson on the scoreboard controls. And of course, Tommy, thank you for jumping in at the last minute to do a color call here.